Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, hi, if you've never been here before, my name is Maxine. I'm a kinesiologist and this channel is all about self-improvement, planning, sports psychology, being an athlete, and all that good stuff. So if you're already subscribed, then thank you so much. And if you're new here, well, hi, and don't forget to subscribe already. I would love to have you here in my little family that I'm building here on YouTube. If you're ready, just let's get started. Today we're going to talk about visualization. Last week I did a video about how to manage your stress, how to reduce your stress either when you're in a tournament or whatever situation in your life, and I did talk a little bit about visualization already. It can help you for sure to calm you down when you're in a really stressful situation. Just before competing, you can close your eyes, take a little moment to try to imagine yourself doing already either your fight, your routine, etc. so your body knows what to do. And today I just want to push a little bit forward just to let you know more stuff about visualization, because I do really think it's important, not only for athletes but for everybody in every area of your life that you feel like you're stressed, or you feel that you don't know if you're ready, you want to have more preparation, or even if you want to achieve a special goal. Same thing, in my other video I did talk about setting new goals. And what's a better way to set your goal? Well, is to be able to feel it, see it in your mind. It's way easier to achieve it afterwards. My first question is, why visualization? Why is it important? Why is it a good thing to practice, to maybe add into your routine, your everyday routine? Well, actually visualization is like being the main actor of your own story, of your own movie. Okay, so I like to use visualization for a lot of stuff. I like to use it as an athlete. If I want to see what I want to do for my next tournament, for my next fight. Personally, what I like to do is before a big tournament, the night before, and I mean I do this practice not every day, but a couple times when I feel like I need it. But especially the day before my tournament, before I go to bed, or usually I just take a bath, and when I'm taking a bath I close my eyes and I just visualize my whole routine, like everything that I need to do. Or if I'm fighting, I do think about what I'm gonna do in my fight, what's the best scenario that I can feel, that I can imagine, you know what I mean? So that's really how I use visualization, and I also used it in other areas than sport. I did use it for school. Okay, if you're a student, you can use it as well at work, just before you go for either an interview or you have to do a speech in front of a lot of people. That's kind of how I use it. In everyday life, visualization is used either by, like I said, anyone. Okay, it can be used by police officers, can be used by athletes, students, mom, dads, everybody can use it. Okay, it's not only a tool for a specific event, it's like it can be used for everything you want in your life. I think that it's important to know when we talk about visualization is that it doesn't make the difference between the present, the past, and the future. Okay, when you think about something that might happen in the future, you can already feel how you will be. Example, you think about a test that you're gonna pass. Sometimes just thinking about the test, you already feel stress. You feel the tension, you feel weird in your body, because your mind, your brain doesn't make the difference if it's happening right now or it's gonna happen later. It doesn't really know. If you think about it right now, well, it's gonna feel it right now. Same thing about the past. If you do think about something that scared you in the past, example, I don't know, in the tournament you were scared of another opponent or something like that, you see this person, you might feel the same feeling, like you're scared, you're shaking, because your brain doesn't make the distinction of being in the present moment or being in the future, in the past. So that's something you need to understand. And when you use visualization, it's important that you feel what you're seeing, okay? Because you're gonna reproduce in your mind the perfect scenario, the perfect movie that you wanna produce afterward, you know, the perfect scenario that you want to happen in the near future. When you think about the present, when you think about the future, the past, your brain is just living the moment now, is living what you're thinking about. So you're feeling the emotion of what you're thinking about. So now we enter in the portion where I talk about how to visualize, because now I told you why it can be important, because it can reduce your stress. That's a good thing. It can make you feel the moment you want to happen, feeling the perfect moment, visualize the perfect moment that you want to happen, the perfect way that it can happen. That's really what you want. And how you can do that is quite simple, actually. You have to do it by little step at the beginning, because it's kind of hard to don't let your mind slip away when you're thinking, when you're visualizing. You will notice that when you try to visualize a really long scenario at the beginning, you start thinking about something else, okay? It's like when you do meditation, okay? Meditation at the beginning, what's hard is that when you try to focus on your breathing, when at one point you just start thinking about whatever's going on in your mind, your whole day, a specific event. So you have to go back to the present moment, go back, try to, you know, let the information pass, let the way you're thinking about just go away, and slowly come back to focusing on your breathing. So when you visualize, it's the same thing. If you skip some step, you're gonna try to visualize a really big scenario, a really big movie in your head, and you're just gonna start thinking about maybe something else. So start with little steps. So the first thing you can do, and there's different way depending you want to associate it to sport, to school, to work, okay? So I'm gonna give you my personal tips that how I do it. First thing you need to know when you visualize is to try to see the most detail, okay? You need to really see everything that you want to see in your scenario, in your movie, okay? Every little details is really important. Actually, you want it to make your movie as realistic as possible. This is one of your main goals. Second thing, when you visualize, another thing that's really important is to use your senses, okay? So you don't only see, okay, what you're not only watching a movie, okay? You do feel what you see, you hear, you smell, you even taste, touch, okay? There's all your senses that need to be used when you visualize. So this way, again, it makes your scenario even more realistic, and it's easier for your brain to believe in. Okay, right. So the first exercise, pretty simple, is the landscape exercise that I call it. So really easy. You close your eyes and you think about a specific landscape, okay? Just a specific place, okay, where you can really see everything. Example, if I'm talking about you're at the beach, okay? How do you feel when you're at the beach? You feel the warm wind touching your face. You smell the sea. You smell what's around. You see the beautiful water, that it's blue, clear blue. You feel that it's hot, okay? The sun is very, very warm, so you feel it on your skin. There's a lot of stuff that you can try to feel. Another thing, if you want to add the touch, you can say you see yourself touching the sand and you try to feel in your hand the sand as well, okay? So really use all your senses. So this is a really, I would say, easy one. First step, try to see yourself in a different landscape, in a different area, where, you know, you can be in the forest, you see the trees, you touch the trees, you smell the tree, okay? Whatever you want, but that's the first one. You can do it another way if you're an athlete. One that I like a lot is kind of easy, is to repeat a technique that you know a couple times. Okay, example for myself, I like to repeat a certain sequence that I do of kick and punches. If I go really simple, you can just see yourself kicking in a paddle, example. So you see yourself being in a fighting stance and in the right position, and I see myself kicking in a paddle. I feel the kick in the paddle, I feel my foot touching the paddle, I feel my breathing, I feel myself moving on the mats. I do feel my mats under my feet, sorry. And all the little sensation that you usually feel when I do this exercise, I try to repeat it, okay, in my head. So that's a good exercise. If you're doing gymnastics, you're practicing soccer, gymnastic, and every other sport, try to do a little sequence that you know well, that you do practice, that it's almost a reflex, you know, something that you're so used to do, and try to see it in your mind, how you will visualize it. So that can be really easy. You just take a small action and you do it. And another way that's really easy as well is to visualize, example, an orange that you have in your hand. This is a pretty easy one. You don't really have to move or imitate everything that's around, but you see the orange in your hand and you try to smell the orange. Okay, feel it in your hand, the weird texture that you can feel on it. You switch it from hand to hand to know, you know, the sensation of it. You can taste it, like peel it, taste it, see if you are able to know how it tastes, if you remember it. So that can be a really good exercise. And later on, after when you did that a couple times, the little actions or the other exercise, you can do a full movie. So you take these actions, like these little sequences, and you add them together and you create your own movie. The type of movie that I like to do, like I told you at the beginning, is before a tournament I do watch my own movie of my perfect fight. Okay, I visualize myself winning a fight, but I see how I do it as well. So I see myself fighting, kicking, at the good moment, the right moment, the perfect kicks, the good punches, the good counter attack. I do move well. I feel that I move well. I feel the mass under my feet. I breathe well. I feel the energy, the crowd's there. I try to put every details that I need and that I know. All right. So it's like if I do watch this movie a couple times, I would say that my brain will save it, okay? And when the moment will happen, you know, when you're about to do a fight, it's like you already did this fight. You know what I mean? You already did that type of thing, and your body and your brain do remember that. So you're gonna move easier. The way you're gonna move, the way you're gonna do your fight is gonna be easier because it's not like it's your first time you're doing that, you know? And plus, if you visualize that a couple times before, a lot of times before, it's like a routine. It becomes, it just starts to be a routine. And when you do your fight, or you do whatever sport you're doing, but when I do enter in my fight, it's like I really did that. So I know what to do, I know how to react, I react well, I'm not stressed about it because this is like a little bit like a routine, you know? So this is where you want to go until there. So yeah, what I want to add to that is if you want to apply it to other area of your life, not only sport, but you can apply, like I say, you can apply visualization in different areas of your life for sure. If you're a student, for example, if you want to succeed in a test, okay, you can use visualization to see yourself writing the good answer. It's going so well. You feel the moment. You turning the pages. You feel the pages. You're feeling your pen in your hand, and you know everything's going well. You even see yourself getting the result and seeing the, I don't know, the 98%, like good job, you got it, and the feeling, the emotion that you feel inside of you, success, being happy, everything. You need to add it into your little movie and really feel it. If you're working, you know, you have to pass an interview, example, same thing. You try to see in your mind the perfect scenario, the perfect interview that you can do, and the person don't have any reason to not hire you in his company or at this specific place you want to be hired at. Okay, so this is really the way I use visualization for myself, and this is how you can do it as well. So yeah, that's it guys. This is a video I want to talk to you about. I hope you enjoyed. This is a subject that I do really enjoy talking about. I do visualize for a lot of stuff, and I did not really mention, but you can also use it when you want to visualize big goals for the near future, for the future in your life. You might have heard about law of attraction and stuff like that. It can be part of it. It's a good exercise, a really great exercise actually to use to see yourself achieving what you want in life, and this way you always doing a little step, doing little actions to go towards this goal, because you know what you want to achieve, you know how it's gonna feel so great, so it helps you getting towards this goal easier. So that's it guys. I would love you if you could leave a comment down below saying how you found this video. If you do visualize in your life, it is something you do already, or because of this video you're gonna try, maybe just leave me a comment about your experience towards visualization. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope to see you super soon, and don't forget to subscribe. Love you all. Thank you.